Hi, welcome to my channel, Lasha Cinematic Universe, the LCU if you're nasty. This is my first video. I have tried to film like 4 videos prior to this, but none of them have really banged. And unfortunately, this video is going to be the easiest video to make because I don't even know if I should just give this like a podcast, because I want to do a podcast and do Lasha Cinematic Universe and that whole thing. Look, a bitch got a mic. I've got a mic with my logo on it. Don't even look too close because it's just glue and paper. But I've got a mic. And I know the background is just my house right now and it's not really giving podcast background, but does that really matter when you've got something to say? My whole podcasting and podcast journey and vibe of what I want to do is shows, TVs, movies, Korean dramas, anime. Depends how I'm feeling on the day, what I'm watching and what I've watched. I don't only watch one type of thing. I love a lot of things. So I'm gonna make this a podcast episode. This is defo given episode 1 of Lasha Cinematic Universe. Do you know what I mean? I've got a mic. That's giving serious, no? Defo follow. They don't follow on YouTube, Lasha. It's subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, what shows you like, that kind of vibe, and let's get into this for real. And the lighting is changing because the weather in the UK decides to do what it wants. So if you see the lighting changing, don't ask questions, don't comment, you can't see me. I'm not here to play. So today, I'm talking about this new show on Prime Video called The Runarounds. Look, I'm the type of person that a show becomes my personality so quick, especially if it has music. Look, when Julian and Phantoms came out, I was there Julian and Phantoms had me in a chokehold. But I do get really obsessed with shows very quickly, especially if it has music. So the show that I'm going to be talking about today is The Runarounds on Prime Video. And yo, guys, I'm going to be so real, that was a show. That was a show. I think I saw a TikTok that was of a song from the show. It's funny how the universe makes my heart beat. And I was like, what is that sweet melody in my ears? I gotta go watch it. So it literally didn't take much convincing. I was sat and watched it. No backlash, back to what we were here for. The Runarounds. The Runarounds is this 8-episode series on Prime Video that is about a group of boys who decide that after graduation, high school graduation, that they're gonna build a band and try and get signed before everybody has to go to college in the fall. We are following these lives of the individual members of the band. We've got 5 members following their family situations, their individual situations. Some of these people have really deep family issues. We're talking family with drug addictions, alcohol addictions. We're talking financial issues. There's some real deep stuff happening in these characters' lives. And I think for me, watching it made all the musical elements in the show just feel that much more exciting. It felt warmer, it felt better. That's kind of how the show made me feel. So The Runarounds was apparently in production about 5 years ago. It was created by the same guy who was part of the people that created Outer Banks. And you can literally tell by the way the show is filmed and shot with the cinematography. We're talking golden hour, skin tone, the whole show. And that's kind of the same thing with Outer Banks. It was always very golden. And I didn't watch Outer Banks, but this is making me kind of wanna. So Jonas Pate was one of the guys that did Outer Banks and is the showrunner, the guy that created this show, The Runarounds. From the interviews that I've seen and what I've watched, these 5 people were instrumentalists in their own right. And about 5 years ago, they were brought together kind of randomly. 2 of them had grown up playing music together and they were just kind of scouted off of YouTube, that kind of vibe. But the other 3 saw an ad for Outer Banks for an instrumentalist and decided to audition and sign up just to low-key be an extra. And then obviously now it became a whole thing and a whole show, which I'm kind of really happy for them. They've even said they spent the first couple years just writing music and learning to play together, learning about each other, growing musically with one another, which is that's perfect. They are playing live consistently. Every time you see them playing the instruments and singing, that is them singing there and then. It's no pre-recorded shit, it's right there and then kind of vibe. And I feel you can just tell, you can just sense the love of music, and I feel that's perfect. Having people sing live, play instruments live, even if they have to do it 16 times again, it just makes the show feel so authentic. I feel we can just give a little bit more of a deep dive. I don't know what I'm trying to do here, but cool. So the show basically starts off with this guy named Charlie. He, in my opinion, is the main character of the show. Charlie is the Frontman of the band, I would say, I mean, I don't want to get in the comments. Charlie is the type of guy who's really ambitious. He is very much, what's the word? He's very much impulsive. You know, I want to do this, so I'm going to do it straight away, which is a little bit like me. So Charlie got into one college. After all those applications and everything, he got into one college. And he decides, I'm going to send an email and just reject my position. You know, I don't want to go there. None of his family know about this. His mum and dad are really in belief that he's about to go to college, but he drops out because he's thinking, look, my dream is to play music, to sing, to be in a band. That is my vibe. I am not settling for anything less than that. I'm creating my band and I'm going to get signed before college starts. He has this saying that I thought was quite hilarious where it was like, if you have a plan B, then you're not really set on plan A, are you? Which I do think is a really good saying. Obviously, not everyone has the same luxuries to do so, but it's a great saying. Charlie already had a band, by the way. He has this band that they call the Fathermuckers. I mean, brilliant name. And they are not that great. They are not that great. And a big part of it is because their drummer is really crap. So this I'm saying, he is basically the person that's pushing and driving the story, because he's like, look, if I'm going to make it in this band and if I'm going to do something with it, that guy's got to go. The drummer's got to go. Charlie has financial issues. Charlie's family are going through financial issues. They're going to lose the house. The dad is an author, but he hasn't written a book in like 12 years. His dad is literally a bum. Like, I'm so sorry, but his dad is such a bum. Instead of dad to, in my opinion, get a part-time job to support the family a little bit, he's there still writing this book that he's not even been able to write. So I feel like Charlie's whole situation is crazy because not only did he basically reject his university application or college application or whatever, they're going through financial hardship. But to be fair, who was going to pay for it anyway? Like, they didn't have the money. The next most important person in the band, I would say, is Neil. He's also a vocalist, also plays guitar, very much like Charlie, but I would say Charlie's a bit more of the front man. So Neil, aka Buddha, he's this guy that is so chill, a bit of a stoner vibe going on, very talented musically. His father runs this like painting company, and after high school, that's where he was going to join his father's business. But he's been part of this band. He's supporting Charlie with whatever they got to do for this band because he's down. Like, you want to make this band signed by a college? Yeah, let's get it going. Third guy on the band is Topher, short for Christopher. I thought Topher was quite edgy. Like, oh my god, Topher. I didn't realize that is actually quite common. Like, one of my friends who I forced to watch this show, like literally held her down and forced her to watch it. She was like, yeah, Topher is just a regular name for people called Christopher. I was like, oh. Here's me thinking, oh my gosh, like, they're so unique, so different. Like, Topher, who's called Topher? Many people are called Topher, apparently. So, yeah, Topher is this guy. He is half Asian American and half just white American. He just got into Princeton. So, he's got the brains, but that's not his dream. To go there and study business and be a part of that. That's not his dream. He loves to play the guitar. I think he also plays bass. I don't know which instrument he plays. It's a guitar shape. I'm going to say he either plays bass or I think he plays just guitar, if I'm honest. Obviously, he's got into Princeton, but his dream and his passion is music. And I love that for him. His parents are not a big fan of that. They're very much rich, upper class, very bougie, very snobby. Next person in the band, Wyatt. Oh, my baby Wyatt. That guy's going through a lot. That guy's going through a lot. His family situation is tough, right? His mum is a drug addict, right? And literally as soon as he finishes high school, his mum is like, well, you're going to have to start pulling your weight around here, get a job, and pay your dues in this house. Like, I can't keep covering for you and you can't keep riding on free shit in the house, which is so crazy because that's your kid. But hey, what do I know? Because I'm childless. So Wyatt's whole thing is he's got really bad anxiety. He is really talented, but he's just really shy. And, you know, his position in the band is playing the bass. That's him for real. Like, he for real plays the bass. So his whole storyline is he gets a job in this music store. He gets kicked out of the house. He has to live basically above the music store. But again, as I keep saying, the music brings these lot together, which is so cute. And then finally we have Bez, which is like, I feel like Charlie's my favorite and Bez is second for me. Bez is the drummer. Oh my gosh, is this man bloody talented. I love a drummer. I mean, if you're in the UK and you know about like black churches, African churches, a church drummer is going to do it for me every single time. So Bez being a drummer already had me engaged. I love a drummer. Bez's situation is a little bit, in my opinion, better than a lot of the others. His dad is already a musician that's kind of half made it. Goes on tour, is barely ever really at home. And then his mum is, she's not a single mum, but it's giving very much single mum because the dad's never there. But she has diabetes, and they kind of navigate that whole thing. He is just super, super talented. He's been playing drums for a while, and his dad basically taught him the instruments, and that's the kind of thing with Bez. I love Bez. Bez is the only black guy in the band, and me and my friend were talking about it, and it's just like, he's the black guy in the band, but he's not like, they don't make him some stereotypical black character. Like, the way they've put Bez in the band, I think is brilliant. Like, he is so much more than just being black, but he's also not afraid to just be black. Like, some of the stuff he says, it's like, yes, that is a black man talking. That is a black person. That is the situation with every single member of the band. They all have their different problems, but when they come together, their love for music is really what, like, holds them tight. There is different romances in the show. I love Charlie and Sophia's relationship. I think Charlie did a good thing throughout the whole series where he could easily be that guy that is like really annoying and just like obnoxious, but the way he treats people is so nice. So his love interest is Sophia, and she has a dad that is a alcohol addict. Yeah, he's a drunkard, and that whole situation is very tapped. But Charlie always allows Sophia to feel seen and feel appreciated. I feel like in a different way. Like, she didn't have to always be the smartest. She doesn't have to always be top of the class for Charlie to see and appreciate her. And I feel like that's why I really love their relationship, because she ends up writing the songs for the band, but Charlie is just there like, we need you, we appreciate you, you're special, you matter. Like, all the things I feel like she probably hadn't heard, Charlie was giving it to her. And yes, she had this relationship with this guy called George, who is the typical rich, white, privileged kid in town. But Charlie has this guitar on his back, is singing songs, like making love songs that change the world. If I was George, I would also be very upset that there is a Charlie in Sophia's life, because Charlie is so likable, so very likable. Another relationship in the show is Neil and this girl called Bender. Crazy name, but fine. Neil and Bender kind of had this weird flirtatious thing going on at the start, but then Neil falls in love with this random girl that they went to go see in a band and kind of leaves Bender to dry a little bit. And I just feel like Bender deserved more. I mean, she was really mean, but I just feel like just because you're a bit mean and unlikable does not mean you don't deserve love, right? The songs, I absolutely love the songs. And I think one thing that I really liked about the show that I feel like they don't do in many other shows is that they repeat the songs. Like, it's not just one song for the moment. It's funny how the universe works, my heart keeps on. Ooh, 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 I only wanna dance with you. Will we survive North Carolina? Are we falling to behind? Like, the songs are so catchy, and to think that they wrote the songs for real is a dream. I do feel like I would have loved to dive deeper into certain people's characters. I think it was obvious that Charlie was the main character. We got the most story out of him. It was obvious that Sophia was also really important to the story because we got a lot out of her, but I would have loved to dive deeper into Bez's family dynamic. I would have loved to see more of Topher, like him deeper into his situation, because he was just not wanting to go to Princeton and that kind of vibe. But honestly, that is a show. It is really good. It is really good. And I think, yes, the show is quite Caucasian. I'm going to be real with you. Yes, it is quite white. But I think the addition of music just allows it to be a little bit more, engaging to a wider audience. Like, I just want to see more shows with more people of color in the band, because we can't keep heart-throbbing over a main guy who is white, who has shaggy hair, whether it's blonde or brunette, shaking it as he plays his guitar. Get me a dreadhead, get me somebody with waves, get me somebody with taper, give me something else. But I can't deny that this show was an enjoyable watch. Like, I can't sit here and be like, I hate the show, because I didn't. I really did enjoy it. And I'll keep recommending it to everybody. I'm not going to stop. This is going to become my personality for the next couple months to a year. Actually, maybe I'll be done by then. But it depends on how much it grows, because I feel like if the more people that love it, the more I'll get sucked into this whirlwind of loving this show more. Will we survive North Carolina? Are we falling to behind? I would love to know your opinions, you know, if you love the show, what did you love? If you didn't like the show as well, what didn't you like? I would love to know your opinions. What's your vibe? What are your favorite songs from the show? If you haven't watched it yet, I would love for you to go watch that show immediately and then come back and tell me what you think, because it's too tea. I think this is where I ask you to subscribe, but I feel like I've already done that. So subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to go far here. You know, I feel like my love for movies, TV shows and stuff has literally been a chronic illness for a while. So I feel like what better way than to share it with the world? So definitely subscribe to the channel, leave some comments, like the video, share it. Guys, I actually don't know what else to say. Like, I feel like I'm just going to be talking forever.